What's going on, YouTube? It's Wade here, back again. I was in the parking lot earlier. Excuse me, had my shirt off. I was just in the hotel gym working out. Don't mind that. It is what it is. I'm on time crunch at all times. Time is money, baby. Remember that. So, I touched base on what I did over day 3. The other videos, I touched base what I did. If you're just tuning in and this is the first video you see this is in reference to the Yellow Driving Academy, which is Yellow YRC's own personal truck driving academy. That's what I'm in. I am going to work for Yellow as a line haul driver. As a line haul driver, you pull night shift. Know that. If you want to figure out the specific schedule, you're going to have to get with the recruiter, go through the academy, and find out when you get back home. There's the answer to that question, okay? I can't answer that for you. All I do know is you will be working at night. So, day 3 in the parking lot, I touched base on what we did. We watched videos for the first half of the day, 4 hours until lunch. Then we went back out there on the pad. We got familiarized again with the components of the truck as far as what you're going to do, what you're going to say, what you're going to point out, and basically need to know knowledge of for the pre-trip inspection. I'll take some pictures of this and I'll try to put it on my YouTube page. But the academy, your teacher, your instructor is going to give you a packet first day on all the components. Now, it's not exactly in order, but it's pretty close, okay? So this is what I've been studying. That's the important thing, because what you have to understand, when you go to take that road test, the first thing you got to do is pass that pre-inspection. If you don't, you're not going to get to move on to the road test. And also, understand this. When it comes to the test, it's on a point system. So as far as knowing components, each component's going to be worth like a point. I'm pretty sure you got to score 120 to 180 points. I don't know exactly. I haven't really focused much as on that because I'm just learning the components. I'll get on that by the end of the week, next week, whatever, and I'll get back to y'all on that. But do know this. There's an air brake test when you get in that cab. You have to show that your truck is going to build up. Okay, when you turn it on, you're going to fan it down to 90 PSI to see if that valve shuts off, you know what I'm saying? If your governor is going to kick out, and then you're going to have to let it build back up. You know, you can press on the brake or the gas to help build that PSI back up. You want it to 120 to 140 PSI. Then your governor is going to cut off. That means that your air brake system, your air system from your truck to your trailer is going to operate correctly. Okay? So, understand that that's important. You cannot get anything wrong on that air brake test. It is an automatic fail. All right. Now, the specific and very the right way to do it is that's only 2 parts of it. After you do that, you're gonna kick that truck back off. Understand, when you're building that governor up, you've got it on. You're turning the ignition on. You're gonna turn it back off and just turn the electric on. Okay, so your lights and stuff like that will come on, and then you're gonna what's called a fan. That means you're gonna tap on the brake pedal until you get that air pressure to build back down to 55 PSI. That is the correct levels, 55, to hear that valve shut off and see all your, it should kick your brakes on, your emergency brakes. It's wrong. That's not right. You want to hear that your warning light comes on when you do that. See, I'm still learning myself. Then, once you do that, you're going to continue to fan it down to 20 to 45 PSI. That's going to kick your brakes out. That's your emergency brakes. Shit's hitting the fan if that happens on the road. Okay? I'll go over that again once I really get that down pack. It's actually right here, air brake. All right? But all those things, it's just important that you listen. Don't come in here with the mindset that you know jack shit. You don't. Okay? I don't care. I started driving on a manual transmission. I learned today, because we did do some straight backing, that an automobile, a 2-axle vehicle, is not the same. Okay? It's not. It doesn't operate the same with the clutch. This is a bigger engine, a stronger horsepower in that engine. It's got a different transmission. Okay, so just know when you let off that clutch, that truck's gonna push out. All right, so don't come in here thinking you know anything. Be quiet and listen. Worst thing you can do is interrupt the instructor and take away from other people's time who's learning. So just be quiet, be humble, and be happy to be here if you come here. So that was day 3. Day 4 tomorrow. We're gonna finish another 4 hours of video probably, and I'm gonna get back on that pad and keep getting used to and familiar with the components and learning to shift a little bit more in that truck. We're probably gonna focus on straight back and again, making sure that we understand just how to put movement on that steering wheel. You're gonna turn towards the problem. Okay, so if that trailer's kicking out, you're gonna turn right. It's actually the opposite. What I mean is if your back's kicking left, you're going to turn right to correct it. Okay, the back wheels don't turn the same way as your steer wheels, your front end tires. So, you know, those little movements, it's not a major counter steal, it's just a little touch. So, you know, it's one of those things you have to do if you've never done it. But don't be worried about it. You'll get it down as long as you got the right mindset. So, that's the conclusion to this video. If you guys got any other questions, don't be afraid to comment and ask. Be easy, be good, keep trucking.